if we're only speaking of biology, I've heard that a man's G-spot is in his anal passage.
What? Yo, what's up, what's happening, man? It's your boy Rocket. We here. We about to make it happen for the team. You the team, so let's make it happen. So we got Katt Williams again, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to Katt Williams, one of the biggest videos on the channel, whatever. So he talking about the dark side of Hollywood. People getting diddled. I thought when they said you be in Hollywood, it's like, yeah, we're gonna link you never do. I think I'm guilty of stuff like that. Like I know I didn't talk to some rappers like, yeah, I'm gonna check you. Like I'll check you out, but like do actual video. Like sometimes the numbers don't number right for me, so I may not, you know what I mean, follow through with it. But I'm gonna try to get better with that. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the numbers of that, you know what I'm saying? I do want to display good music at the same time. But anyway, I think he's talking about a different dark side. Difference. He's talking about it being like more so. You know what I mean? Stuff like that happening. Anyway, let's get into it, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let's see what he's talking about.
Well, you had a lot of last year. It seemed like you had a lot of predictions last year. You kind of became this oracle last year. Did you feel that? That people came to you, you almost became kind of like this, like a little bit of like a crystal ball, you know?
I'm honored to get to say the things that I say when I'm saying them, and because you know that I operate from a positive first standpoint in all things. Like, I assume that it's going to work out for the best, and I understand that if it is for the worst, then I'm prepared to handle that as well. But yeah, it was something.
Did you start to worry any about your own safety and stuff? Because it seemed like you really had some moments where you're kind of, you know, almost channeling truths into the world. And some people don't like that. You know, some people don't want to. I mean, the dark side of things doesn't really probably enjoy that.
Well, what it was that I was attempting to do was impossible. So before I do this interview, there is no Illuminati. It's just a joke. It's just something that crazy people talk about. There's no such thing as our side and God's side. None of that is even real.
Everything I'm saying in this motherfucker is all props. This shit is not real. Just in case the police listen, man.
I gotta come and make it real. I have to come and say, no. Everybody's not the same. So that's why when I said that, nobody came out and went, that's not true. I'm on God's side. Like, none of them. I'm just, the conversation was to show that there are spiritual things going on in the world, and that there are things that are bigger than just coincidence, and that a ritual is something that you do over and over and over again a certain way. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If part of the ritual is wearing a dress, then we should be able to look through entertainment and see all of these people being made to wear a dress. That's what a ritual is. You know what I mean? Like, whether they're white or black, that doesn't matter. There's not other jobs where this is a requirement. Why is this so necessary?
Yeah, you don't see the dog catcher show up every other year.
Like, it's not a thing.
In a nice skirt, or you don't see an electrician.
Right. So
come up in a blouse every now and then.
Right. I'm saying a lot of people that doubt what you say don't read, and they haven't been readers. You know what I mean? Like, books were my life, literally. I thought that I could learn enough information to be an important person. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like in Hollywood that there are, you know, I've heard you kind of allude to the fact that there's like kind of darker forces that kind of like, you know, that present opportunities to people in trade-off, right? In trade for their own, maybe their own peace, maybe their own reality, maybe a sacrifice of the actual direction that they want. Do you think that really happens, that kind of stuff?
Yeah. I would say yeah.
I think everything is controlled and regulated.
You think there's ever ways where we can get to the control room and see who's controlling, or you think that's all?
We're past that. We're past that. But we don't protect the whistleblower, right?
That's facts.
We don't honor the scout that would tell us who it is. Matter of fact, when they get him, we're gonna go, I could have told you that was gonna happen. They're telling too much truth.
Do you think Hollywood has a lot of things that they like hold against people, you know? Like I had a theory that...
A lot of this is human nature.
Right, so it's not even Hollywood, it's just human nature.
It starts as human nature.
Right.
Like I'm saying, these things that I'm saying in Hollywood exist in religious circles, in politics, in the medical profession, and like.
And he be talking low key though.
In any circle of business, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a big bust with Puff Daddy where he got arrested. And then they've had like accusations and stuff. He hasn't gone on trial, I don't think yet. But do you think that there's been speculation that they did that because the timing of that was they wanted to like use other people that have allegedly been involved in some of his circles they wanted to kind of use like, okay, you could be next unless you help this political plan. Do you think that's at all possible?
That's how all cases are handled.
Yeah.
Right? So what am I saying? I'm saying if it's car theft and we're going to accuse you of having a carjacking ring, right? We're going to begin by bringing in people that we caught.
Facts.
Who were robbing cars, who said that you was the boss. They're first in line. And then we're going to bring in victims, the people whose cars you stole and said, yeah, that was him. That's how they build a case. So none of that should be shocking.
You don't put it past them?
It's part of what an investigation is.
Yeah.
But do you feel like they would say to someone, okay, we're going to bring you in unless...
Absolutely, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Even like in the rap world, like all of the rappers that you know that never been to jail and never gotten any trouble with the law, but they talk as if their life is opposite of that. Like those are federal informants, like, you know.
You think they're really out there?
Whoa!
Yeah.
Hold up.
Let's walk that back. Who y'all think is the federal informants in the rap game?
Job is to acquire those. It's like saying, you know, if you're playing chess, do you have any pawns? You have to, don't you? You can't start without them.
Right. Wow.
Damn.
Right.
Man, so how do you know who is... That's part of the game, huh? You don't know.
part of the game.
Yeah, it kind of makes it exciting too when you think about it.
Yeah.
It can be exciting and depressing. This thing does not happen in yearly cycles. Like, it's not a every 12 months thing. It's not how it works. So the age of truth is not 1 year. It's the beginning of people having more of a thirst for what is true than an appetite for lies. So if you sell lies, it's a harder road for you. If you have truths to tell, people are hungry for that, and they'll pay you handsomely to hear the truth. It wasn't always that way. It's that way right now in real time. Whatever that means to you, that's the battle that's going on. Is people who profit from the manipulation of others by getting you to believe something that's not the case. And that's how they make their living. And it is now a difficult time for those entities.
Do you think that there is actual cloning going on?
We know that there's actual cloning going on. The question I believe you're asking is human cloning.
Oh, yes, sir.
But let's start with the real question. The real question is cloning going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I knew it.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, let's just say animal cloning.
Oh,
right?
yes.
Let's start there. That's not a myth or...
No, that's been known.
That's not a conspiracy theory that we are at the point where we have no problem cloning animals. If you lose a pet, you can send away to these companies and they'll
fucking remix that bitch and send it back.
Right.
Yeah.
At as close a proximity as you can imagine. Right? That we know is possible. Okay. So now...
Through Viagen Pets right there.
So that's in the animal world. So now in the human world, we know that there are multiple surgeries that we know we can replace this with that. All the way up to, what's our last achievement? Is it heart? The guy passed away with a pig heart, but it worked for, I'm saying.
Let me see that. Bring up that pig-hearted guy. Right there.
Yeah. Two people have received a
genetically modified pig heart transplant. David Bennett and Lawrence Fawcett. Both were performed in Maryland.
So, there's not
the evidence is there
very much left on what it would take as far as.
But that's not cloning though. That's the only thing about that. There's two different things. That's not cloning. That's more so. That's a replacement. That's altering something that's already there, and then you're gonna swap it out and put it in somebody. Which I would think you have like some characteristics of the pig or something weird like that, or your blood don't. I don't know, but I think they say we're like the DNA is similar or something like that. So whatever. But that's not necessarily cloning. When I think of cloning, like they say the lab grown meat, when they clone the meat with the chemicals and make the shit move, and like that's more so what I'm thinking. Or when they did the goat or whatever it was, a sheep or a goat. Like, that's more so what I'm thinking about when we talking cloning. Like, I do get, like, internal organs, but if they can stem cell your body and then create another whatever you need, then I don't know if that's necessarily cloning, but that is some high-level technology. Cloning a whole person from mentality and all that. They clone Tyrone was definitely a movie trying to say message. You know? So, I don't know. I really don't.
As abilities go. So,
do you think there's any artists now that you think are not the same artists that we thought they were?
if we're only speaking of biology, I've heard that a man's G-spot is in his anal passage.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Which means I'm gonna go my whole life without ever experiencing it.
Yeah.
By the same token,
What? What? Hey, how we get there? Huh?
What the hell is going on?
Proceed.
everybody is a reflection of what they gotta go through to get to where they at, right? And I just know that the people that have been in positions where they decided to do some stuff that they said they weren't gonna do, they don't be the same on the other side. Nothing they can do can make them seem like what you remember them as.
Have you ever?
I call it spiritual because I don't know what else to call it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Have you ever faced?
So wait, we got to bring that back. So the number one example of that is Gucci. Gucci switched up. You know what I'm saying? He went from being this high, fat, sloppy, disrespectful dude to an in shape, respectful, married guy who they just said Pooh Shiesty pulled a gun on him and got out of a contract. Now, old Gucci would not let anything like that happen to him. So that's the number one clone artist situation. Bobby Shmurda is the second. He had complete. Bobby Shmurda low key acts a little zesty now, so that is a different situation. Like, I don't know, and him and his homeboy don't even like. He did extra time for his homeboy, and they don't even associate no more. So he might have been, you know what I mean, moving a little weird. I don't know, I don't know. They say, he said I owe a lot to him, but he just don't rock with him. That's kind of different. Like, what did you do? What did you do? But yeah. That's interesting to kind of look at, like, who's getting out and not necessarily the focus, but whose personality is a bit different. That's wild.
Yeah.
Have you ever faced that in your own life where people try to come at you for offers like that? Do you think that like stars and get offered that kind of thing, like to compromise themselves sexually for entertainment?
Yeah.
Again, the things that we are discussing exist in each of the fields.
Right, any field.
Right. Not entertainment exclusively. Politics, religion, science, everywhere, right? Some of this is human nature, right? Because we listen and we don't judge.
Were there things that you didn't take in your career that you feel like were like are there things to look out for, do you feel like
There wasn't for me because I knew I wasn't going to take it, but I did want to get offered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And most of the stuff I wouldn't have believed until I had to get to a certain level to get to see the proof. You know what I mean? So I was as shocked as anybody about how powerful Harvey Weinstein was at the time that I was meeting with him, and how he could not be told no. That he get whatever he want. You follow what I'm saying?
they'll figure out some way.
Right, so I thought that didn't apply to me because I don't care about nothing but bitches and good business, right? Yeah. And then he offered me 2 actresses like they was playing cards. Damn. And I was like, what?
Like he just jumped to the head like,
he was like, I know you.
Damn.
Right. Like, what?
Some aces. Damn.
No, my personal aces.
Yeah. Did you think
Right.
about it?
Look, I'm not.
Damn.
In these scary situations, I don't even leave it up to me. Like, I'm going to do what the superhero would do in this part of the movie, regardless, and deal with what happens after. Yeah. Just because it's a story, and I know it's a story.
Right.
It's my story. You know what I mean? So I can't.
That's a good way to think about things in general.
Yeah.
What would the superhero do right now?
Yeah, because I'm saying, I read about Jesus getting to the mountaintop and the devil saying you can have all of this, and him saying you don't have anything to offer me.
The nigga Puff was like, yeah, like first he was amping him to get style. Then he was like, so when we gonna get the chance to kick it, like we could just hang out, nigga. We gotta kick it. This is Puff. Okay. He telling me we gotta kick it and shit. And he was like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just say? I got the fuck away from him because I was like, this nigga.
Like, you know what I mean? So that's what I got to look up to. So I'm gonna follow suit in the best version I can, regardless of anything else.
Do you think, some people think that guys like Martin Luther King were compromised by the CIA. Do you ever believe stuff like that?
Well, this kind of goes back to...
Like, there's a lot of conspiracy theory stuff about that, you know?
Somebody says it's a conspiracy, but that doesn't make it the case.
Agreed.
In both of these cases that we've had these conversations, we are talking about the FBI and the CIA. Yeah. So what do you think they do? So maybe we're unclear about what we think these agencies do. So now the question becomes, hey, do you think they be doing their job? I do. I do think they be doing their job. You mean all through history? Yes. Yes, I think they keep on doing their job. You think they get everybody? I think they get everybody.
He has a point.
Damn.
So again, not conspiracy theory at all. I'm saying the only way that there could be a FBI file for us to be able to get 30 years after his death is if there's an FBI file, correct?
Right.
True.
Right.
Damn, bro. Nobody could trust anybody. And that's a scary part to me sometimes.
The Bible said, do not put your trust in men.
Yeah.
It's pretty specific.
Damn. Man, that was some good. Hey, yo, Katt Williams, it's the way he roll out his conversation. It does kind of come out very oracle-ish. It's because sometimes he doesn't answer the question, he asks an additional question. You know? So asking that additional question does it's thought-provoking. Somebody can give you the answer, but if they make you think, then it takes you a different place because they may have not said that if they gave you the answer. But your mind, you know what you're looking for, so you automatically go back and... But that whole, you think the FBI and CIA don't do their job? Like, come on, that's their job. Their job is to... Nah, that's it's just perspective. It's just sitting back and actually looking at things and actually having a conversation and breaking things down. I sometimes feel like I do that. It may not be respected to the same height. You know, some people get tired of this shit, honestly. They'd be like, bro, you know what I mean? But, like, if you sit back and just peel the onion, some stuff just don't make sense. Or, like, why they chose that? Why did they choose that versus doing it this way? Why was that, like, were they being creative or, you know what I'm saying? My grandmother always taught me, trust half of what you see and none of what you hear. So I always go by that, and, like, now the sight is becoming a problem because of AI. And I think I've seen somewhere that that's the issue. They're trying to cloud us with false falsities. They gave us the whole. Why would the government give us that power to alter? Like, we got Donald Trump sitting there talking like Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Stole it, like, bro, but niggas don't understand. Stole that shit. That's what I do, nigga. Fuck, nigga, I stole that shit.
We got certain things. Why is the government giving us that power to manipulate and alter things? So that way we can mistrust everything. And then we have to go through a process of either verifying, you know, we have to, like, computer says human verification. We either have to verify that we are human by maybe biometrics, or, you know, we got fingerprints, we got facial recognition. They talking about putting chips, certain things like that. And then when they do that, then they can completely control the narrative and say this is what's true and this everything else is false. So then now you're getting force fed what is quote unquote true. When before we had a golden era moment where we could just research and we can go back and find the information. We kind of still in there, but there's so many false things going on. I think that's what he was talking about. Like, the false things are like kind of, it's like two sides, the truth and things that are like not true. So it's kind of like looking to see what's real and what's not real, all at the same time. The real stuff is being clouded, and the government is gonna come in. You know, it's gonna be like when we're senior citizens, when we're a little older, because we are the people that kind of are doing it. It's gonna be we're a little older, and the younger kids are doing what they're doing, and we're not gonna want to fight it as much. We're going to think about it, but we're going to be like, yo, everything's so convoluted. We don't understand it. They're going to be able to sift through certain things. It's going to be us that's going to be slow. Our kids are going to be good, but it's going to be us that's going to be scrambling.
Daddy, I like when you're scrambling and scraping.
And trying to figure out what's going on and trying not to get scammed. And think about the future scams they're going to have. Shit's going to be crazy. It's going to be us trying to figure out how not to get scammed, how not to do this. And we're going to look for the government to come help us. And when that happens, we're fucked. My opinion. I don't know if this is true. This is just me thinking and kind of, but I feel like that's what's going to happen. The government is going to come in, change things around and say, okay, this is what's real, this is what's not. If it don't have this stamp on it, it's fake. And then they going to give us fake information with the stamp on it. Propaganda. But anyway, that's just a theory, man. That's just, you know what I mean? DXM TV. We out. Y'all put y'all comments in the comment section. Appreciate y'all for sitting in with me while we watched this captivating interview. This was art. This was like, if you like one of them type of people, this was kind of like a whoa. You know, I do enjoy Katt Williams his interviews. I can't lie. Now the thing about it is that guy could be an operative as well. He may move the way we can, because I was sitting there like, what if he's talking to the ops right now? What if Theo is like on that side? But Katt Williams can definitely be that. In movies, in TV shows, they always show you that sometimes you send somebody over to the other side, a sleeper cell, a sleeper agent. You send them over to the other side, and you let them, let's say they're the bad guys. Let's say you send a good guy in the bad guy team. They may have him to prove himself. He might have to kill another good guy. He might have to kill several good guys. But at the end, when it's like press this button to kill the world, he disables it. So he sacrificed 30 people to save millions. It could be the same thing. It could be opposite. He could be God here giving us all this positive information, all this stuff to make you think and all that. Just to later on, he building up so much cachet just to later on, just to lie to everybody. The biggest lie ever. Just a theory, though. Hey, man, we out. Like, share, subscribe, and notification bell. Be back with another one. We back with another one, man. Cue the music.
We gone.
1 o'clock is out and I'm trying to get some money. It's 2 o'clock is out and I'm trying to get some money. No, 3 o'clock in Poland and I'm trying to get some money. 4 o'clock in Greenville and I'm trying to get some money. 6 o'clock in Charleston and I'm trying to get some money.
She will not let me go. I'm happy. She be disturbing you. Calling my glow every day, every night. Let me go. Let me go now. you dey go? Shut up for there. Let me go. I'm a baby.
Let me go. She won't let me go. Let me go. You're calling my phone. After all the show, then we gon' go. She won't let me go.
Now what if it is?
Let me go.
Yeah.
She won't let me go. Let me go. You're calling my phone. After all the show, then we gon' go. She won't let me go.
I'm a superstar. I went for a show just to bed you up, bed you up, bed you up. After the show, I was so high. I made it so shitty. To carry to my soul, hotel lobby.